reality and unreal, then that is something that is your prerogative, not mine.
Oh no, I'm just, but it's an invitation. It's simply an invitation.
If you want to have that, I know you invited me, but I reject your invitation.
That's all right.
Because I'm in touch with my reality. If you're not,
Fair
that's a
enough.
different thing.
Fair enough.
Maybe you should go see a doctor.
Maybe.
No, honestly, we have to, because
Are
you
you
see,
real? I wouldn't know.
if human beings do not understand the reality and something which is just an illusion, then you deny everything. You wouldn't be accepting anything. You would be a super skeptical individual who would never have peace of mind.
But there's got to be a
Because you think
definition.
everything is unreal. Is my mom real? Is my dad real? Are my children real? Is my family real? You know, like, where does it end?
There's got to be a definition.
That's what
I
I
would
was talking about,
define
reality.
reality as truth.
Was that?
And how would you define
Yeah,
truth?
I mean, no.
There's got to be a definition.
yeah,
so I would
exactly.
define reality as truth. And how
No,
would
but
you
whose
define-
reality?
Who?
Like I said, the flat earther's reality is different to yours and mine.
But it's not truth.
Yes, but that doesn't mean it's the truth.
But it's not truth.
Can I ask
To
you a
whom?
question? Do we all?
Reality and
Wait, wait.
Okay.
Just one sec, just one sec.
Listen.
Just one sec. To whom is not the truth? To us or to them?
Answer me this.
So
Do
it's
we all
subjective?
experience different
subjective?
realities? Do we all experience different realities?
Do we all experience
Different
the
realities.
similarities in the
No.
realities?
Answer my question with a yes or no.
Not,
Do we?
not in everything. Not in everything.
Okay.
There are certain things, for example, if I asked you, are you a human?
But we're all playing a different
What?
movie.
You don't know you are human or not? Are you, could you be a monkey?
So it's subjective.
You could.
Who knows?
You could be.
The possibilities are endless.
Then you don't know what's a monkey. If you don't know the difference between a monkey and a human, then you got a lot. You need a lot of help, my brother.
So that's a good point, actually.
What's
so
that?
What is objective truth?
Okay, so I'll give you an example. I'll demonstrate an objective truth to you. By the way, you asked a question that our realities are different. Very good. Okay. So I'll give you an example. Imagine you go to a room where the temperature is a bit cold for you. You enter the same room, but for you it's perfectly room temperature. It's not cold, not too warm, not too hot. It's just perfect for you. You both enter the same room. Now, how do I ascertain what the temperature of the room is? Any guesses?
Thermometer.
Thank you. That is the objective truth. Because the thermometer reading, regardless of what you feel or what you feel, will give me an objective. Wait.
Okay, then
will
what's
give me
your-
the objective truth and the exact measure of the temperature of the room.
What is your
Does
thermometer?
that answer your question?
What is the thermometer that
Depending
you
on how
use
it's calibrated.
to measure this? What is the thermometer?
Don't try
that you
to
use?
overlook.
What is the
Over-
thermometer that
sorry?
you? What is the thermometer that you use to measure this? What gives you the objective?
Well, let me
Oh,
put-
you mean measure what? To measure the
Reality.
reality?
Well, let me
Yes.
put it this way.
Oh my God, seriously?
Let me put this to you. So
Answer my question
So
because
there's three of us.
you never answer good questions because you know it's
You
gonna
know,
humble you.
but you think your question is good.
Well, whether it's good or not, how about that?
I've already answered your question, did you not? Look, my reality, the reason, you know that thermometer, did you believe in the measurement of the thermometer?
Yes,
You
I
did.
do.
Why is that?
But then I asked
No,
you a
wait.
question.
Why is that? Why did you believe that thermometer reading?
Because
It's a
that's
one-dimensional
one
measure.
I didn't ask you, I'm asking him.
Oh, you're so arrogant.
Yes, I am.
You've got your answer.
I actually want to get rid of you.
But it's not going to work.
What's the answer?
Yeah. So why did you believe the thermometer reading?
You need direct
It's objective.
Because?
It's objective.
Why is it objective?
You tell me. Why is it objective?
Well, you said it's objective, so tell me why it's objective.
Because you know what objective means, right?
Yeah, what
But
is
I don't
it?
have to explain why it's objective.
No,
You know
no,
the
why?
definition.
Yeah, what is the objective definition in this case?
The objective definition of this case is that you measure the heat with the thermometer.
No, but why is it objective?
Because you can prove it.
You know why? Because it doesn't matter where you take that evidence,
independence
it is something that everyone will accept because there is no bias here in terms of your of your subjective understanding of the temperature of the room or your. So it doesn't matter where you take it. That same, what do you say? That same instrument is going to be the evidence for anyone and everyone. Doesn't matter who it is. Okay. Now that's the reason it's objective. Now, without you being conscious of your environment, will you be able to take that reading?
Mate, I think you're fumbling yourself.
No, I'm
very
not.
sorry.
I'm not. Answer the question.
I need to understand the question. I need to make sense.
You don't answer
What?
questions.
Your consciousness?
He has other
Which part doesn't make sense?
I'm
That
saying,
you being conscious to be reading?
Showtime's
Reading?
if you would just
Is that the reason you're here?
That's why I'm standing behind you.
Yeah, that's where you belong. Okay, carry on.
You're such a clown. When are you going to grow up? I actually thought you might have grown up by now.
So here's a
No
question.
chance.
But why are you standing next to a clown then?
Because I enjoy entertainment. Same as when I go to circus.
Good, so you are in a circus.
Beat that one. Well, at the moment.
Well, I'm the ringmaster,
To
so
my
you
left,
shut up.
Yes, to my left. Yeah.
I'm the ringmaster. Shut up. Okay, so go on.
So it's a
Okay,
question.
Yeah, go on.
It's a question. Though. So there's 5 of us stood here having a
Yeah.
conversation. But you know, we're all on the same kind of space-time continuum, right? The same kind of dimension. But we're all playing a completely different movie in our heads. You know, your belief is different to my belief. So where's the objective truth there? Who decides what the
Where's the
objective
thermometer?
truth is?
That
Where
is,
is it?
look. When you actually when you when you are unsure about your reality, about whether you live in a real world, whether you yourself are real, then I think you're far lost and cut off from the reality.
But there's
inside.
a question.
Let me
Where is
put
the
it another way.
certainty?
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
can I just put,
Go ahead.
Let me put this.
You were pretty certain about the reading of the instrument, which is
No,
called
actually,
the thermometer,
what-
without you being
What I was-
real about your own self.
What I
Let
was
me
certain
put-
of
let me
is
put
the
another way.
uncertainty. I'm certain of the
Are
uncertainty.
you certain you exist?
Do I exist? Do you exist?
See what I
Are we
mean?
here?
So,
This guy's super skeptical.
absolutely. So,
I think he needs help.
So I could say that I could say
all
don't
need
don't
help,
believe a
don't
word
we?
I say.
Speak for yourself.
I'm coming
Don't
from.
need any help.
Oh, yeah.
I
See,
could
that's
say,
the first
Not,
problem.
not in identifying
Not
between
in
the
any-
reality and
In anything.
unreal.
Not admitting the problem is the first
So I
problem.
could say.
So you admit you don't even know you exist.
No, but there is a difference between a
What happened to that
collective
grin?
reality and an individual reality.
Look at that grin.
So I could.
No, no, honestly, a person
Well, I could
a
say-
person needs help seriously if they cannot differentiate
say
between
this.
the real world and something which is imaginary.
Well, let me say
because
this.
that is called psychotic
Well,
problems.
let me say this. I could say, you know, don't
Yeah.
believe a
Don't
word
let
I
me
say
stab
because
you.
I'm coming from my truth. I'm not representing
From his
myself as
individual
telling
experiences.
the truth, but my truth. And you would have your truth. And who's to say one is right and one is wrong? You know, we're all coming from our truth and our perspective.
What are you talking
So
about?
what-
Which
I'm
because there are,
It's a
this.
conversation, not an argument.
Well,
It's a
hold on.
conversation.
By the way, I'm talking to him. Stop
I
interrupting.
think I'm saying.
Okay, go on.
The arrogance of the man.
My question is to him,
To
not to you.
him.
So which reality
Tell him
are
off
you
when he
talking about?
jumps in.
I think I'm saying that.
Which
They
reality
edit
are you
it
talking
so
about?
well, you don't
Because
see
that
this
gets you
when they put it
views.
out.
I think I'm saying that.
What?
It can only be subjective truth. Colin.
Why?
We're all
Why is
living
truth
our own
subjective?
truths.
I just gave you the
where's
example.
objective truth? Who's
I
right?
gave you the
is the
example.
objective truth? What is
You
the
have your
objective
truth.
truth?
I think you're just here to joke.
Who's
Varies from
right?
person to
No, I'm
person.
serious.
You
What is the
know,
objective
initially I thought you were someone who was someone who is
really
worth
painful.
talking to, but now I've realized that you're not even aware that you exist or not.
So so
Go find that out
I think
first.
what I'm saying is it's
Yeah.
subjective truth only.
very
Sure.
No, 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 no,
But
no.
who decides what
Very
objective
powerful.
truth
Do you remember that I gave you when you asked me about the
Well,
subjective?
who's right?
How do you
Am I right
differentiate
or you
between
right?
objective truth
of course.
and subjective truth? I gave you the example of the thermometer. Do you believe that is subjective truth?
Well, it's objective. If it's independent.
No, no. Is it an objective truth? The reading
Well,
of the
in
thermometer.
in that case, I would have to say yes. But what's the objective
There you go.
truth
That's your answer.
in our beliefs and our perspectives?
Okay, now you're talking
Who's
about the
right?
beliefs. See, now
Who's
you're
right
now
and
this
wrong?
is a different
Yeah, that's
a
the
different
question.
topic.
Exactly.
So
That's
there
the
are things you will agree which are objective truths out there which we all recognize. For example, the temperature reading from a thermometer. Okay, this is an objective
So
truth.
the answer is subjective. It's
No, no, no.
subjective truth.
Not every
There's no
truth is
objective.
subjective.
There's
Okay,
no objective truth.
there are truths
You're
which are
not right and I'm
which
not
are
right. You're
objective.
not wrong,
For
I'm
example, if I ask you about the shape of the Earth, you're going to tell me it's flat.
You really like this.
Well, if I
flat
believe
earth
that,
Yeah, would you say it's flat?
well, I mean, my
So
beliefs
these are
different to your
so
beliefs,
these are
right?
things
So
which
who's
we
right
all
and who's wrong?
accept because sometimes what you see, yes, it's not. It's is
I
that?
wanted over there.
No, no, we're ignoring him anyway. Don't worry.
You say we, is that the royal we?
It is, yeah. So what I'm saying,
Opposed to the royal shit.
well, that will be you, which I'm ignoring. Thank you. So what I'm saying here is that.
I'm ignoring it that
By the way, do you believe that objective truth or you don't?
Well, I guess there must be an objective
No, no,
truth.
don't guess.
I
Tell
s-
me,
I
do you
see-
believe or not?
I see subjective truth everywhere.
Do you not see objective truth at all?
Well, I'll tell you what I did see the other week. I was,
Okay.
I was watching Fox News, right? And it's
Of all the news in the world.
Exactly, yeah. I don't know why I did, but I did.
Okay, go on.
But it struck me that there's no difference between Fox News and CNN. They're exactly the same. They're just kind of commentating on the world through their perspectives.
Yeah.
But who's right and who's wrong? CNN have got no right to say Fox are wrong, and Fox have got no right to say CNN are wrong. But they're both on completely opposing.
Yeah, but news can be right or wrong. We don't deny that.
It's going through their filter. It's going through their perspective. They're commentating on the world as they see it. But who's right and who's wrong?
No,
It's
but
completely subjective.
But
surely.
there are instances
Everything has
where,
to go through a
for
filter, doesn't it?
example, if they are reporting on, say, an earthquake in Japan, both of them reporting, you cannot say who's wrong or who's right if they have video evidence for you.
Well, they come through their filter. They come through their filter. They're seeing
Well,
the
whatever
world
it is, if
through
there,
their perspective.
if you have multiple reports of an earthquake happening in Japan,
Shook the
yes,
earth and we all died. Another report will say the plate tectonics stuck and juddered.
it's not a circus.
I don't-
We are talking about an earthquake.
I don't think
Okay.
you can have a neutral kind of event because it's always got to go through the filter of whoever's seeing.
No, but then where do
Because
you
put
where do
your-
you
well,
stop?
Let me finish.
Yeah, where do you draw the line about reality and
Hold
unreal?
on, let me finish that because we put energy and meaning into stuff. So we're really experiencing ourselves, aren't we? Because everything has energy that we've put into it. We make it something. What we make it is what it becomes. It's kind of impossible.
What do you mean
to
energy?
experience
What do you mean you
something
put
neutral.
energy? I don't understand.
Well, it's kind of everything you see. You put some energy and meaning into. You make it something. It's impossible to see anything because you're telling stories about everything that happens to you. Right? You look back and
Are you saying that you do not believe anything that you see?
I'm not saying I don't believe things that I see, but I
What do you mean you're putting energy? I don't understand what you mean
I
by that.
create a story. We all create
No, we are not
stories
talking about
things that
we are not
happen
talking about
to us.
arbitrary random things. I'm saying if you see something, for example, do you have children?
No,
Do you have parents?
parents.
Yeah.
I think I do have parents.
I mean, are they alive? That's what I meant.
Yes.
Yeah. So if do you believe they're your parents?
From his
This has
experience,
gone
he can
away
say
from
yes.
the point we were just
No,
making.
it is because I'm telling you about objective
Seems like a
truths.
different
Wait.
conversation.
I'm telling you about objective truths. No one here will deny that they came from.
What's that?
Yeah, they came from a male and a female.
Yeah.
No one will deny that,
Yeah.
okay? So what I'm saying is that there are certain truths which are objective, no one can deny. But if you're going to question, wait. If you're going to question each and everything that you see as being subjective,
How do you learn if you don't ask
let me-
questions?
you asked me-
How do we learn if
you
you don't
asked-
did I
ask
tell you not to ask questions? But I'm
asked
asking
me
you,
about-
what I'm saying is do
You said
not.
not to question
No,
anything.
no.
It's
When did I say
objective
don't
truth.
question anything?
Believe it all. That's what you just said.
Don't be silly. I didn't say that.
You just asked.
I said do not ask silly
I wish you
questions.
the best of luck.
You just
Yeah.
asked me about energy. You just asked me.
Don't
about,
ask silly questions that you exist or not.
You just asked me about energy and meaning, right? Let me explain what I mean by that. So
Bend down, Junior.
anything that
Me
happens
on my
to
knees.
us.
What would you like me to do next?
If you're obsessed,
Let's get down on your knees and see how you behave.
Why do you want me on my? Why are you so many Muslims
Okay.
obsessed with gays?
What is it?
You want me on my knees, you filthy pig.
Oh, is that the only way you perceived? Wow.
Why else would
Your
I be
brain
on
is
my knees?
perverted.
Why would I be
So
on my
every time,
knees in front of you?
anytime a
Why
person
would
gets
you
on his
want me on
knees,
my knees?
it has to involve
Why?
sex for Steve.
What would it involve
Because he's a
with you?
pervert.
What would it involve
Just
with
prove
you?
that you're a
What
pervert.
would it involve with you?
I don't know, sitting down on your knees?
Sitting, you don't sit like
You're an idiot. If you think the only person who
Want me
gets on
to
his
kneel
knees
down
is for
before
sex, what an idiot. Okay, so now back. You know that's why we don't talk to
You're
him.
an
Because he's
intellectual
pervert.
powerhouse.
Because he's a
You're
pervert.
an intellectual powerhouse.
You're just a pervert.
You're really an
Doesn't matter intellectual
intellectual
or not. So anyway,
That's why
by the way,
I'm
look,
here to learn
I think
from
we
this
have
intellectual power.
exhausted the
Microphones
discussion
he's
here.
got.
you
He's
asked
got
that
5
question.
microphones.
You asked
He's
me
just
that
jealous he doesn't
That's
have
the
any.
size of an intellectual
No one records
powerhouse,
him, you know,
isn't
in the
it?
past.
5 microphones.
You know why no one records him?
Hold
Because
on,
he's
hold on.
always been a pervert.
Just, oh no, you asked
you've
me
been
a question about
watching, have
energy
you?
and meaning, right?
Through the
What
curtains.
What I meant by that is, you know, we think back about experiences and events, things that happen to us, and we can't help but tell ourselves a story about it. We can't see it neutrally.
Basic
There's a story
neuro-linguistic
about it.
programming. I recommend you read.
Why don't you
might
shut up?
learn.
Somebody's
Read
talking
a bit
here.
of
That's what I mean
NLP.
about
You will
energy.
learn
We
about
put
social
energy
science.
in
Let's carry on
things.
somewhere else. Because we got an
You
idiot
have
here,
to move
and I don't
5
want to.
cameras. Is that really worth it? No, but NLP, just read a bit of basic NLP.
Get on your
and you
knees.
will learn a lot. No.
Get on your knees. All right, guys, let's ignore that idiot and we'll move down here. Assalamu alaikum, bro. All right. Sorry, we didn't even get you.
You're busy at work.
NLP.
Are you following me like a puppy?
Yes, like a puppy dog.
Doggy.
Business partner. Flew. He went out to China to start a business for us, and I ended up losing everything. Business
Oh
was
no.
over by the Chinese.
Okay.
And the whole thing went boss side anyway. I ended up losing like 6 figures of my own money.
Oh dear.
And it fucking hurt, mate. I mean, losing that kind of money hurts. It hurts a lot. You go through
I
this
can
grieving
imagine, yeah.
process, yeah. But what I did was I found a few years later that I could change the story. I was telling myself a really disempowering story that like I just told you, I invested in this venture in China. It went pop. I lost all my money. It's a really painful and disempowering story to tell myself. So I changed the story. And I started telling myself the story that I gave the money away, which I did. I gave him the money. It's true. but I gave the money away. And feel how different that feels. It's a really
So you can
Let me finish. It's a really empowering story there. Giving 6 figures away, giving 100 grand of money away. It feels really good. It's empowering.
It's empowering, but you still know the reality, right? It hasn't changed the reality, has it?
The point is, it's a neutral event, but it can't be a neutral event. I've always got to tell myself the story about what happened.
Yeah, but my friend, it doesn't change.
An empowering one.
You haven't changed the reality, have you? What you have just done is you have somehow, I don't know, reconciled your conscience with the fact that you have lost that money, but now you have, in order for you to be at peace, you have changed the narrative.
But it's still
By
true.
you
It's still
change.
true.
No.
It's still true.
By you
I gave
changing
the money away.
by you changing the narrative and calling a loss as charity doesn't change the fact that it's still a loss.
But it makes me feel better.
Exactly
It's
my
a
point.
different
So what you
story.
have done is, in order for you to feel better,
that's
in
not-
order for your
yeah.
peace of mind, you change the narrative,
that's not
but the
point.
reality
Yes, I
hasn't
agree.
changed, has it?
I agree, but that's not the point. The point I'm making is you can't just have a neutral event. There's always a story about it. That's my point.
That's not true.
It is true.
That's not true. Like I
You're
said,
just
if I
experiencing
see video footage of an earthquake happening, it doesn't matter what narrative you change. Yes, I will never say that. Yes, I see an earthquake. I see these buildings collapsing. I see this earth being swallowing the cars, the streets, and everything. You cannot deny that thing did not happen.
No, but what you will do is you'll have preconceived ideas about what it means, an earthquake, and that will come into play.
How does that change the fact that earthquake
Because it's a
take
story.
place?
It's always going to be a story.
What's the name, by the way?
Paul.
Paul. How does that change the fact? Doesn't matter what story I spin, what story any newspaper spins, or any news media
It was
channel
your
spins.
example, it wasn't my
How?
example.
Yeah,
It's your
but I'm
example.
telling you that this is objective reality. You cannot deny.
But my point is there's always an energy, a meaning we put into something. You can't just have a neutral event and leave it as it is. Because
it is.
You're involved.
It is.
It's part of you. You're going to make a story.
My friend,
around
doesn't
it.
matter
And
how
all
you spin the
preconceived
story.
Ideas that come into play. It's impossible
Okay.
to just be neutral.
When you
Everything
when
is
you
a
when
story.
you see something that is.
That's what I mean about it
By the
being
way, do you believe that your existence is real, or is that a story spun that you believe that you just exist, and you have made yourself believe that, and that is the reason you exist? Which one is it? Do you exist in reality, or is your subconscious? I don't know. Maybe even your conscious mind has told you that you just exist because you tell yourself so.
Well, I am. I'm aware I'm being. I'm aware.
Do you
I am.
exist?
Yes.
Good. Did you convince yourself that you exist?
Did I convince myself that
Yes.
I exist? I'm just aware I am.
Exactly. So it is your reality, right?
Yeah.
Your existence. You haven't convinced yourself. You know it's your reality.
Yeah, but that's not. I mean, that's my deeper essence of being. I mean, the way I experience the world, through my physical form, my senses, my.
But it's not just you
my
experiencing.
mind.
It's your family
Then I'm
experiencing.
processing
It's your
information
friends
in a particular
experiencing.
way.
They all experience you, Paul, exist. You see what I mean? So it's not just your subjective experience, but it's something that is objectively proven by other people that you do exist.
But I know.
You're not a figment of your imagination
But
or somebody else's
But I
imagination.
know what I'm experiencing is myself. I'm experiencing.
Yeah, but I'm
only
saying it's
small
beyond that.
portion-
It's
I
not
mean,
just you.
Have you seen the guy in the gorilla suit experiment?
No.
Have you not seen that?
Is it a movie?
The guy in the gorilla suit experiment.
Experiment.
Do you know what confirmation bias is?
Yeah.
Confirmation bias, right? You don't see with your eyes, you see with your brain. Your brain is giving you information.
But Paul, did you just hear what I said? I said your existence is not just experienced by you, but it's experienced by your parents, by your family, by your friends, by me, by this gentleman here, okay?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say that you're a figment of your imagination. I would say you're real.
But I'm not saying that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying this
was-
is the objective reality which you cannot deny.
But you would ask, yeah. But you're asking me how, what I believe.
No,
myself
I'm
to be.
asking you, what is the objective truth here? That you exist, which you cannot deny, which
Well, I know
which
I
your
exist.
friends
I
cannot
know
deny, which your parents
I
cannot
know I
deny.
exist. I know I am. But the way I experience my world.
Yeah, but that's a
reality-
different. No,
But
they're two different things.
Well, that's what you're saying. That's
No,
what you're
I'm saying that you as an individual, your existence is not just experienced by you, but by others too.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't call it a subjective experience. I'm not asking you about your feelings.
But
I'm
they're
asking
playing-
you about
I know, but
your existence.
But they're experiencing something else. They're not experiencing.
No,
what
no,
I'm
no. They're experiencing
playing a
Paul.
different movie in their head to the one I'm playing.
Okay, so I'm looking
I
at
made that point
when you
earlier.
look yourself in the mirror, and the way I'm looking at you. Do we see something different?
Yeah.
What is different?
Oh, absolutely.
What is
Absolutely. When I look at myself in the mirror, what
I'm not
I
asking
see
about
is
your feelings. Remember,
Well, no,
it's
I
your
know.
external
I know,
appearance.
I know. What
Okay,
I
good.
see is completely different to what anybody else sees.
So what do you
Of course
see
it
when you
is.
see Paul?
We're all playing different movies in our heads.
No, no. What do you see when you see
We're
Paul in the
seeing
mirror?
Same thing.
Thank
Of course
you.
we're
That's what
seeing
I'm said.
Of course we're seeing different things.
Different things
Of
how?
course we are. Well,
Physically,
I'll
physically. I'm saying
say it-
physically.
I'll say it again.
Okay,
we
go
are
on.
experiencing ourselves essentially.
You see, once again, I'm not asking
Let
you
me give me the
what
let me
you
give you this
feel. I'm
example.
saying, what
Let
do
me
you
make this
see?
point.
Hear me out, Paul. When you look at yourself in the mirror, I'm not asking you what do you feel inside. That's not my question. So listen to the question. When you see yourself, how would you describe yourself physically different to when I see you?
Yes.
When I see you,
Yes.
or when the people who are watching you
Yes.
on a video
yes is the
see
answer.
you. Okay. So physically, how are you different?
I'm different.
How?
I've seen people in the mirror. I've seen people.
I'm
that
asking
people-
about you. Forget about other people.
Well, I'm making the point. I'm answering the question.
Yeah.
In
Yourself, about yourself.
Are you talking about the differentiation between you seeing yourself in the mirror as like a mirrored version of yourself compared to what we see? So when you see yourself in the mirror, you're seeing a
Both.
reflection of
You're
yourself.
both what?
Both.
Both what?
Yeah. I mean,
Physically, your appearance.
even physically.
No, no, physically-
I've seen reflections of other people in the mirror, and they look different. So when you
Yeah,
look
but I'm
at
not asking
reflection-
about
I know,
other
so
people.
both.
I'm asking about you.
I know you are, but I'm answering the
you
question.
said that it's different to when I see you and when you see yourself in the mirror. So you should at least point one thing which you see different when you look at yourself in the mirror to what I or anybody else looking at you is different. What is the difference?
When you see
Well,
you
it
in the
is
mirror and I see
What
you
is that?
in the mirror, if I look at you in the mirror and you see you in the mirror, I'm looking at the same reflection as what you can see. No difference. Is that what you're talking about? Are you talking about when you look at yourself in the mirror, when I look at you, you're seeing a mirrored version of yourself?
Right, I'm talking about both.
Is that the difference? You're talking
I'm talking about
What
both.
do you mean? What's both? What do you mean by
Well,
both?
if I mean, we're playing different movies in our heads, right? So when I see,
we are not.
in
We're
me,
talking about
I know
physical
what
appearance.
You see. It's-
No,
it's
you're
different.
talking about subjective
Okay, Paul,
experience.
permission to take your picture.
Why?
Okay.
It's elderly.
Is that what you see in the mirror when you look right now in the mirror? Or do you see a different Paul? I just took your
It
picture.
looks like me, but it's probably not exactly the same.
So what part is different? He doesn't even believe the camera now. I mean, forget me.
No, I mean, this is like,
You know, this is what I wanted to prove about the objective truth. So when you're far removed from the reality,
isn't the point I
no,
was
no,
making.
Paul, this is the point I'm making. That when you look yourself in the mirror, wait.
We started off having.
No.
It's gone down a different
No. We are talking about objective
This
truth.
is the
Remember?
point I was making.
No, it was a point. You said every truth can be subjective. That was your point initially. And I told you that I'm
Example, but you
Yeah.
won't let me make the example.
No, I did let you make many examples, in
Take
fact.
the conversation down another lane.
So you're saying you look different there.
Yeah,
What part is different? Which part is different?
Why do you believe that?
there's a lot different.
Which is different?
But this is not the conversation we were having.
No, but is this an objective truth that you look like this or you don't?
This is not the conversation we were having.
Can you answer the question, please?
Well, it's not the conversation I wanted to have. It's not the
Because
conversation
you
we
seem
started
to
having.
deny even your own reflection
No.
in a mirror or in a picture.
No. No.
You just said that is not you. That is not you look different.
No, I didn't say that. I said it looks like me. That's what I said.
So when you
asked-
say like me,
You said, is that exactly you? And
so
I said,
is that
"Looks
Paul or
like
is that somebody else?
me." Well, it looks like me.
No, but is that Paul or is it somebody else?
But why are we having this conversation?
See what I mean?
This is not the conversation.
When you
we were
deny
having.
objective truth,
twist.
you know,
Why we
then you
having
will
this
deny.
conversation, man?
Look. What I want to demonstrate here, you will deny your own self when you deny objective realities, which is like a picture of yourself, which I took a minute ago actually. Yes, and yet you
I was
denied.
going to tell you about the guy in the gorilla suit experiment.
Okay, go on, tell me.
Confirmation bias.
go on, tell me about
so
the guy in
we
the
don't
gorilla.
see with our eyes, we see with our brain, right? And the brain, confirmation bias, it gives us information that proves we're right. That's confirmation bias.
Not in everything.
Yeah. So
Not in everything.
the guy in the gorilla suit experiment, right? Yeah. They did an experiment on, they had two groups of people throwing a basketball to each other. And they had people watching a monitor. And they asked them to count how many times the basketball was thrown. From one group of people wearing white shirts to another group of people wearing black shirts. And they did. They counted. At the end of the experiment, he asks them how many times did they throw the ball. The people say, 6. And he says, well, what about the guy in the gorilla suits? And they go, what? And he rewinds the tape. And in the middle of them throwing the ball, the guy in the gorilla suit walks into the frame, does a dance, and then walks back out. Nobody saw it. Why? Because the brain discards so much information of what we don't need to be aware of, and only delivers to you what you need to kind of know, what you need to be aware of. That's confirmation bias.
Yeah, but does that happen in
You're
every
getting
single?
what you expect to see. You're getting yourself.
Yeah, but Paul, does that
You're
happen in
getting what you
every
see.
single incident,
Well,
or was it possible when they were playing basketball, they were focusing on the task they were doing, and not anything else?
It's the same
Like
thing.
wait, like right now, when I took your picture in front of you, and you still say this looks like me, instead of saying that is me. You see, this is not confirmation
It's the
bias.
same
This is called denial.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
the point
You're
is
not
that-
busy with anything else
point is
other
you
than
see
talking
with-
to me and looking at the picture.
The point is you see with your brain. So the
Your eyes
play.
play.
You're not seeing.
Are you saying your eyes don't play an important role? Your
eyes-
brain, of course, processes everything.
The
For example,
eyes send the information to
for
the
example,
brain,
in
the
the
brain
dark,
processes it.
yeah, in the dark.
There's so much being discarded you don't need to see. So
I
the
know,
brain
but
just gives you
but not
information
everything.
that you
Like I
need
said,
to prove you're right.
not
You're
everything.
experiencing
Definitely
yourself.
not everything.
And that's why I said.
Then
that's
you
how
will
we
be
started the
denying
conversation.
every
You are
single
experiencing
reality.
yourself.
If that is your perception, then you will not accept any reality in this world, like the way you denied your own picture.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's subjective. You're experiencing yourself.
Not it's objective.
It's 2 plus 2, 4.
It's objective because if I show this picture to anyone here, other than Paul himself, they will all say it's you except Paul. What does that tell us? That you are in denial of your own reality.
I'm not saying there isn't an objective reality. I'm
Thank you.
asking
That's
what
all
it
I'm
is.
saying. Finally.
But that's what I asked you what that was.
Okay,
That
so
was
what
when
is
we
objective
started.
reality for you?
That's what I asked you to start with.
Now, I gave you an
That's why we
example of
came in.
objective reality, like the thermometer, like your own picture. What is an? Give me an example. No, from you,
I asked you.
Paul.
asked
I want to
you
know
that
from you, what is an objective reality?
You do, but you're not answering any questions I'm putting to you.
I've answered all your questions. What do you mean I haven't answered?
No,
Go and
we-
check the
we-
camera if you don't
We
believe me.
started off this conversation
With
when
what?
I asked what objective reality is within us. So we're playing different movies in our heads right here, right now. The three of us are stood here now in a conversation. We're playing a different movie in our heads. What I'm seeing is different to what you're seeing. So where's the objective reality there?
I just gave you an example
You gave us the example of the...
of your picture, which you denied.
I didn't deny it. I said that.
You said it's like me. You didn't say, sorry, it's like Paul. You did not say even it's Paul.
But you're seeing different to what I'm seeing. That's got different meanings.
Okay,
to
I
you than it is
think
to
I think
me.
you really need to understand the difference between subjective and objective. What you're saying,
When
what?
you look at that, you're feeling something else. You're
No,
feeling something
no,
different
no,
to me, right?
There are things. For example, the thermometer experiment which
See,
I gave
when I
you.
look at that picture, it's full of meaning and energy that I put into
Is it Paul,
It
though?
means something to me.
Is it Paul?
When you look at it, it doesn't mean anything to
Is
you.
that
You don't
Paul or
know
not?
me. It's me.
Oh,
It looks
finally!
like me.
Look, finally we got an answer. Until now, what was he saying? Like me.
Yeah, but we're going beyond. The thing is, the conversation's going
Okay,
beyond.
I think we have proved the point here
conversation's
that
going
there are
deeper
certain
than
things
that.
which
We're
are
not really
objective
getting- we're not
truths
really
you
getting
cannot
the depth
deny.
of the conversation.
If you're going to keep denying objective reality, then you will be
You're not really getting
hyper
the depth of the
skeptical.
conversation, though.
What's that?
I'm trying to take the conversation deeper, but you're not really getting the depth of the conversation.
No, because if you're going to
You're
deny,
keeping it on a superficial level.
my
I'm
friend,
trying
if you're
go
going to
deeper and
deny
deeper.
objective truths, then your deeper conversation is meaningless. If you're going to deny reality itself, then your deeper your deeper understanding of anything is irrelevant. If you're going to deny the most basic, fundamental, objective truths.
We're having different conversations.
No, we're talking about reality.
I'm afraid we're having two different conversations.
No, we are not.
Yeah, I mean, the way I
So if I ask this gentleman, if I took his picture, okay, let's try this experiment. And let's see if he's like me. Permission to take a picture, sir.
I mean, it's not. I mean, you're not really getting what I'm saying. You're not kind of going deep enough. It's a deeper kind of.
Yeah, but if you're going to deny reality, mashallah.
Well, what is reality? Give me a definition of reality.
That's me, that. That's me.
Are you sure?
I think so. I think no, I don't think.
Do you think that's him?
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
It might be me.
I
It
mean,
might
like,
be me.
give us a definition of reality.
I mean, it looks like me. You can delete that, mate.
or truth. I respect you. You're great, but to be fair, with all due respect, we're having different conversations.
No, we are not, my
I'm
friend.
going much deeper, and you're not able to go deep.
Look,
you're keeping it at a
I don't mind
superficial
going
level.
deeper. I don't mind
Listen,
having a
man,
philosophical
I tried.
discussion.
I tried.
That's fine. I don't mind
Nice
having
to
a
see it.
philosophical discussion, but if you're going to deny reality, then,
That's what it is.
then every other
I wanna go
discussion
deeper,
is
but
going to be
you're keeping
irrelevant.
it at a superficial kind of level. I want to go deeper. And I'm asking.
No, but you were denying even the superficial.
No, I was no.
I showed you on picture for so long. You kept saying it's like me. It's like me.
No, it's,
I mean,
it's a
what am I
different
going to say to
conversation.
that?
It's a different conversation.
It's not.
No, it is. You're not quite getting where I'm going with it.
All right, no
What I'm
problem.
meaning.
So what is the deeper thing you wanted to do?
You
Something
didn't
about
get-
energy you said
didn't get
earlier.
Energy and meaning. I said about the energy and meaning. You didn't understand what that was.
No, I did. In fact, I
Energy and
agreed with
meaning
you.
is
I said when you talk about consciousness, it is possible it even goes beyond the limit of your physical body.
It's okay.
I have no issue with
It's okay.
saying that is a possibility, but we still.
It's all right. I enjoy talking. I enjoy talking.
Likewise.
Nice to see you, sir.
All right, Paul,
Nice to
take
see
care.
you.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
All right, Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Jazakallah khair for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum.
Where are the boys gone?
That way.
There, they're behind you. No, I don't think it's them. Guys, your microphones. This one is you. Oh, yes, yes. Thank you.